What's up, guys? I'm Turn Green Go Ham, and this is going to be a new series. So we're taking a Temple Knight class, and we're going to run through all the bosses of the game, and we're going to show the progression of the Temple Knight as you go through the game. This will be eventually what you end up with. You can see we've got our big boy Dragon Bone Smasher. Just a big boss-destroying weapon. You take a look at our stats here, we ended up with 40 vitality, 40 endurance. We did go to 18 intelligence because we want to be able to use cursed weapon. That takes 3 slots. Strength at 50, of course, for the big boy weapons. 16 dex, mainly for the fire bow. And I know what you're going to say. Sticky quality longbow. It'll out damage it, and it will. But every bolt has fire. So no matter what arrow you're using, you're going to stagger your enemy. And to me, that outweighs the extra, 20 or 30 damage you're going to get with the sticky bow. So we got our magic at 12 and our faith at 16. Faith at 16 is so that we can use the meat cleaver. And magic we wanted to keep at 12 for the lava bow. But we also wanted to keep it too low for the talisman of beasts. The reason for this is that Talisman of Beasts requires 18, both in magic and faith, to use properly. However, if you use it without meeting the requirements, you'll still be able to do weapon buffs with it, just not damaging spells. And when Cursed Weapon goes on your weapon, you take 1% of your HP as damage per second. If it's cracked like this, they call it a cracked talisman, you actually only take 1 HP of damage per tick. So, we've got a lot of stuff in our arsenal. We've got Northern Regalia. That does quite a big chunk of damage, and it's definitely lighter than the Dragon Bone Smasher, so that gives us options for whether we want to take, our Ring of Great Strength off and use the Allies Ring to go help people. As you can see, right now, I've got the Official's Clothes on as a chest, which is how you're going to run when you're using the Dragon Bone Smasher plus 5. You switch to a lighter weapon, you can switch out to the rest of the Ancient Kings set. Ancient Kings is by far, in my opinion, the best set in the game because defense per weight, it is the most impactful to your gameplay. So anyway, we keep the Adjudicator shield, we keep the Purple Flame shield, we're slowly leveling that and the Shade Heater up. Those are going to be your main shields. Shade Heater is for your parries, Purple Flame for fire damage, and then Adjudicators is going to give you a constant trickle of health. So when you're using Cursed Weapon, you're actually not taking any damage at all if you have the Adjudicator shield on. We did go with Lava Bow, like I said. Lots of fire attack on that. Even though it scales with magic, the scale on the magic is low, so you don't get a whole lot more difference with a magic build using the Lava Bow than you do with a strength build. And then of course in the bank we've got the meat cleaver and some other big boy beefy weapons. But if you follow me along in this series, we're going to take you through all the bosses of Demon Souls. We're going to show you the progression route, the best progression route for unlocking. Obviously we're going to go to World 2 before we do anything else because we want to get this Dragon Bone Smasher. And now you've seen the stats and you've seen the equipment that you end up with. So we'll get right to it with the Demon Vanguard. So you want to get good at Demon Souls, but you walk through the first fog wall, and what are you met with? A giant monster with tentacles on his nipples. He's got a big old axe. He likes to swing it and knock you down in one hit. So what do? You run in, you meet him in the middle of the room. You don't want him to head towards the door. That'll get you pinched against the wall. Other than that, you just stay on his butt. He doesn't really want you to be back here. I think he's got something to hide, maybe those flabby butt cheeks. But all you're going to do is back up when he does the big butt slam. He's going to throw it back, try to snap your neck. Don't let him hit you. It's a giant shockwave. It'll knock you back, disorient you, and it will do a massive amount of damage. So just keep circling around him, keep staying on the butt. Every time he jumps, that's a really good chance to get in there and do 2 or 3 hits. Make sure you're two-handing your weapon here. There's no reason to not get the most damage you can with every swing. As far as his swings aren't that big of a concern. If he swings from his left side, make sure you roll through it. That does have a large hitbox. It starts behind his body. On the right side, you don't really have to worry about it. As long as you're behind his leg, he's not going to hit you. Just keep rolling that big left sweeping swing. Keep banging away on those flabby butt cheeks, and pretty soon you just won't have to look at them anymore. And just like that, Nipple Tentacle Monster is down. You've killed the Vanguard Demon. Your next boss stop is going to be at the Boletarian Palace. You'll get in here and you'll realize every time you swing your sword, it just bounces off. So there's a trick to fix that. As you run through the Boletarian Palace, make sure you pick up all the fire bombs and the pine resin that you can find. The first thing you're going to do is swing all the way around the boss. That makes these slower, smaller phalanx have to turn around and readjust to aim at you, so they won't be hitting you with all those spears. Stand back, hit them with about 4 fire bombs, get a nice big opening in there. And you can see now his body is well exposed. Take a little dive behind a pillar here, put your fire on, go ahead and top off. Start in with those R1 attacks, those big sweeping halberd attacks. That's going to give you plenty of long reach to take care of all the phalanx off to the side, the little minis. After you get a bunch of them cleared out, just go ahead and switch to your 2-hand and R1 spam your way to victory. This boss really isn't that difficult. The only thing you gotta do is make sure you use fire. He hates fire. Just like that, the phalanx is down. Listen guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit me up in the comments section down below. So join me for the rest of this series while we get good with the Temple Knight and take down all the bosses of Demon Souls. Till the next video, thanks for watching.